Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be fragrances that have changed to my nose. Most of them I still love, but they're fragrances that when I first hauled them, they smelled one way, and now I can pick up notes that I never used to be able to pick up, or maybe they lean a little differently. There are a couple that I'm not sure if I'm crazy about anymore. So I just kind of want to do something a little different. I'm really just gonna let you guys know what's changed to my nose. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so what kind of sparked this video and my winter perfumes, my top picks for winter, was Coco Mademoiselle the Eau de Parfum Intense. And this is my scent of the day. This fragrance, it's the patchouli that's changed in this fragrance. I was hoping that the vanilla would come out more. So a lot of people pick up more vanilla in this fragrance, and this one is definitely, to me, the more sexier. I wouldn't say it's more intense, because I find the original Coco Mademoiselle to be intense, but I find that one to be more fresh and a little bit more citrus, and it still has that patchouli. This one's more sensual. I do get the vanilla, but I don't get it as much as I want to. The patchouli in here is a little different from the original. The patchouli in here, starting in the dry down, to come off a little bit more of that kind of dirty, earthy. I prefer earthy. It's earthy in the original. It's a little bit stronger. To me, that's what's intense in here. It's the patchouli. So I kind of want to also revisit the original, but that's one that I've known and loved for 20 years. So I don't know if it's in this one that it's changed to me. But this is kind of what sparked, well, no, this isn't what sparked the idea. I'll let you know what sparked the idea. So this is the fragrance that I would say kind of sparked the idea for this. Now, this is Kayali's Vanilla 28. And I did own a mini. I do believe that fragrances that come in miniature bottles, I feel like they smell a little different. So when I was reviewing the Kayali fragrances, the little baby one that I had was dark already. And then when I had picked up my new one, it wasn't this dark color yet. And I said that it's more fresh, more musky, it's more my kind of vanilla. I still stand behind that. This is more, it's got a booziness to it, but I never really used to get like the brown sugar. And now I get it a little bit more in this one. And now I get that vanilla extract that people would talk about, but it's more vanilla extract, like pure vanilla extract, not synthetic, not the cheap kind. And it's when you're cooking with it. And when I was cooking with it, I'm like, oh snap, why do I smell Vanilla 28? So I do get that now. I do get more of that brown sugar, and I do get a little bit more of that vanilla extract. I feel like I always got it, but it came off more boozy to my nose. I feel like that's where the booziness is coming from, if that makes sense. Like vanilla extract has this kind of alcohol smell to it. And I get it now, and I never used to. That's actually what really sparked this video. But then when I put on the scent of the day, my Coco Mademoiselle, I was like, I'm gonna film this video. So this is one that I still get what I get in my original review, but now I'm starting to pick up those two particular notes that I never really used to get. Okay, so next we have YSL's Libre Le Parfum. And this one is newer. I got this one when I think it first released, but it's definitely changed. It was one that I found to be a little bit more, it had a little bit more of a masculine edge. It was a little bit more unisex, because the original I always described as having a masculine edge to it. Something that a boss lady would wear, not necessarily that it smelled like unisex or masculine to my nose, but just that it had this edginess to it. This one, when I first picked it up, I was like, ooh, this one's a little bit more unisex. But it's like that in the opening to my nose, and then it does dry down to be sweeter. When I first got this one, I would get like the kind of spiciness. I still get the lavender a lot in this one, but I feel like the honey is kind of smoothing that out now. To me, it's the scent of honey. So don't think of thick, syrupy honey. Like, I feel like the honey in the Scandal fragrances are thick. And here, it's more of a sweetness. It's a little bit more, I don't want to say synthetic, but It's more like the scent of honey. And then the orange blossom in here, like in all of them, is to me very blended. It doesn't come off like sugary sweet like it does in other fragrances. It's more like of a floral side of it, and not the sugary sweet side that I can get. Like, it comes off either or. And I don't know, now I still get what I got before, but that's in the opening. And now when this dries down, I start to get the honey. It's a little sweeter, and I feel like the honey's what's kind of smoothing the lavender out, but I still get the lavender. It's just not sharp like it is in the original, which I like. I think it's because the citrus in the original mixed with the lavender, I don't know, makes it a little sharp. And here, this one's definitely more blended. So this one changed recently, and I think it's just because I needed to spend more time with it. So I'm excited to play with it a little bit more and then do a house review on this line. Another fragrance that has changed a lot is Rose Rouge by Van Cleef & Arpels. Now this one has gotten like jammy, even more jammy than I remember. When I first got this one was more intimate. Now this one's a little bit more, creates a nice little bubble. I would say that I still get that kind of vetiver, because I believe this one has it in the mid and in the base. But this one, it's almost like, I don't know if it's raspberry or what, it's gotten stronger in this scent to my nose. Like, the longer it sits, and it has changed it. I still absolutely love this fragrance. It's what I wanted Rose's Berberanza to be. Like, when I smelled this, I'm like, okay, I got Rose's Berberanza, but for a lot less money. The only thing I didn't like was that this one didn't perform that well. Now this one performs a lot better. I feel like the longer it sits, it's just getting stronger. Yeah. So this one to me was a little lighter, a little bit more intimate, and it's just more jammy now. I feel like now more than ever, it has that kind of Rose's Berberanza by Maison Lancôme. It kind of has that same scent profile, but without the awful opening. I think it's the tangerine note. I like tangerine in some of my fragrances, but I've noticed two fragrances where it just comes off extremely synthetic and I don't like it. It was in the Fenty Beauty fragrance as well as Rose's Berberanza by Maison Lancôme. It was the same note. This one's gorgeous. It's a little bit sweeter now than when I first got it. Okay, I've talked about Angel Share. This one's definitely gotten stronger. This one's just, I would say, still smells the same, but this has moved into a beastly fragrance on me. This is one that people smell on me when I wear it. It's just gotten stronger. I still feel the same way about this fragrance. Like, I still stand behind all my various reviews and what this smells like to me, but it's definitely gotten more strong. Like, it's more beastly, it lasts, it projects. So some fragrances I do feel like you gotta let them sit. Now I know some people don't want to do that, but that's what happened with this one. And not that this one ever had bad performance, because this one didn't. This one always performed pretty decent on me. But now this is one that less is more for me. I can't overspray this one, which is good because you kind of don't want to overspray your expensive fragrances, because this is already like halfway. I'm halfway gone with this, and I'm not a gourmand lover. This is like the perfect gourmand in my opinion to my nose. So this one is not necessarily a note. It's just all the notes that I used to get amplified. This is like 10 plus hours on my skin. Okay, then next we have Note Vanille by M. Micallef. This one, I really wanted the old bottle of this. I just think that old bottle is just gorgeous. I also notice, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the people who have the older bottle, is your juice more brown and less of this kind of inky purple color that I find to be in this one and Vanilla 28? Because I heard that this wasn't reformulated, but people who have the original, I saw it in a fragrance group, someone had the original and then got the new one, and she said it was definitely different. I kind of want to swap with Takara, who has this one, because even the way she describes it sounds a little different. Then Tara jumped into the conversation. I can't remember. I think it was under Takara's video. And she said that she's getting nothing but florals. And I am starting to get florals that I never used to get. Now, it's not overly floral on my skin. I still get that kind of musky, boozy vanilla. But I am starting to get more floral notes that I never used to get before. I still really enjoy this scent. It hasn't changed my love for it. I don't know what floral notes are in here. Let me look them up. But I am starting, I don't know if it's jasmine. I might have always gotten the jasmine, but it is a little bit stronger. Yeah, this one has floral notes and jasmine. So I don't know exactly what floral notes it is, but I am starting to get it a little bit more. I think I always got the jasmine, but it was more of that kind of clean, slightly soapy jasmine. A little fresh, whereas now I'm starting to get something a little bit more like a bouquet of florals, but it's still very much off in the background, and I still feel like this is gonna get more vanilla as time goes by, because vanilla just tends to do that. I mean, the juice is even starting to change, but I wonder if the people who have the old bottle, I think it's a clear bottle, is your juice more brown or is it this inky color? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, then next we have Burberry Her the Eau de Toilette. This is one that I think I smell different notes during different times of the year. So this was one that was up on my chopping block, not because it's bad, but because I just have too much of this fragrance. I might let go of, because I do have Julia Has a Gun Pear Ink. I might let that one go because the performance on that one sucks. This one, there's something sharp about this one. But I'm starting to get the strawberry note, and it's what I wanted the strawberry note to be in the original and in the new elixir. The elixir version, I had to let go of because the strawberry note on both of those is synthetic. And here, it's, I never used to, like I barely got a strawberry note. And now I'm starting to get it, and it's making this one a little bit more tropical. Like, this was more musky. This one has pear, sparkly, but now I'm starting to get the strawberry note, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And I am getting it more in cooler weather. So I am kind of enjoying this one in cooler weather, even though I do find this one to be refreshing for summer, but I don't know, it was just getting a little sharp, and then now I'm starting to pick up a little bit more fruitiness. Okay, so next we have Dolce & Gabbana's L'Imperatrice 3. And this one I never used to get the watermelon. And now I do get it, and it's very sweet, and I really like the tartness of this scent. So I still really enjoy it, but I think I can't wear it during certain times of the year. I think when it's cool, yeah, I get more of a kind of sugary, watery watermelon. And I feel like in the dead heat, I pick up more on, I don't know if it's lychee or rhubarb, but it's got kind of a tartness that I prefer. And then in cooler weather, it's got more of a sugary sweetness that I don't like. So this is one that I pick up different notes during different times of the year, which is good because it's mainly warm here in Florida. But I still kind of still get the watermelon. It's just stronger for me when it's cooler outside. And it's a note that I never used to get before. I used to get more of a tart kind of fruit salad. I think it was Delicious Delights that said that it smelled like a bowl of fruit and the juice on the bottom. And I agree, that's what this smells like, but it was more tart. I feel like now it's more of the watermelon juice on the bottom. That's what I get now. And I don't hate it, but I don't like overly sugary sweet scents. I like fruity, like mouth-watering fruity. More of that mouth-watering, back of your jaw, tart, fruity, even juicy. But when it's like sugary, I'm not crazy about that. So this is one that, depending on weather, it can be a love or hate. This is a cheapie, so this is staying in my collection. Okay, last we have Gris Dior by Christian Dior. And this, I don't know if it's because I had gotten COVID after not having it for 2 years. Me and Dennis got it, took a week off for work for our anniversary. We went to the park and boom, we were hit with COVID. And I didn't get the strain where you lose your scent or you lost your taste. I'm so thankful for that. But there were slight things that happened. After I got over it, I couldn't drink espresso coffee, like strong Bustelo coffee that I usually drink. I couldn't drink that for like a month. I needed my coffee, but I couldn't be hot, and it had to be cold coffee, like iced coffee, and I would make iced coffee. And now I drink both, but I never used to be an iced coffee kind of gal. Even in the dead of summer, I'm that hot, please, hot coffee. I need my hot coffee in the morning. And certain scents, including this one, see, like right now I'm enjoying it, but when I wore this one, it made me sick. The patchouli, like I'm wondering if patchouli now afterwards is hit or miss for me. Because again, I didn't feel like it messed with my senses, but after that, I noticed that certain perfumes, and now I'm starting to notice, especially now that I've been talking about Coco Mademoiselle, this one, it's the patchouli. Patchouli is something I've been wearing since high school. And I still enjoy it, but I'm gonna have to revisit some of my patchouli fragrances. These are the two that I recently revisited, and I don't know about them. This is one that I really enjoyed after I got it. It became like a rainy day perfume. It's kind of a gray perfume to me. Like, this is moody. I don't know if I like it. I also don't know if it's because I was testing it a few days before and then I got sick. So I don't know if maybe that's why. But in any case, I'm noticing patchouli is a little off to me. This scent has always been a very realistic rose bush to me. Very earthy, the soil, everything. But it's bugging me now, and it never used to. So I don't know. I'm not crazy about this one. But that could change. But this is one that, again, has changed a little bit to me. So yeah, guys, those are the fragrances that I'm starting to pick up, things I never used to pick up before. But I think it's important to update you when I start to pick up something different, because sometimes that's the reason why you guys pick up a fragrance, because maybe we kind of share the same likes, and it's good to know if something's changed to my nose. Another one that I have is Lancome's Jasmine's Marzipan. I never used to get the almond, and right on camera I started to get the almond. So let me know in the comments below what fragrances now have changed for you. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.